Libra, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. It is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign because it is Libra energy. So I always recommend that you watch your Sun, Moon, and your Rising sign because, well, the energies are going to impact you greatly, and it's good to get a glimpse into what you'll be dealing with, right? There's always an extended reading, and that reading continues the message that we pick up here, and it gets into details and specifics, so I do hope that you will join me for that. The link is right below. And of course, Libra comes out with Scorpio and Sagittarius Tarot every single Tuesday, so if you want to get notified as soon as your favorite content comes out, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. And then ring that bell, hitting all notifications. I upload Libra between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. on the Pacific Coast every single Tuesday. So that's around 12 noon, 1 on the East Coast of the U.S. And then in Western Europe, it's around 5, 6 p.m. So I hope that everybody can find the video and enjoy the video. So Libra, let's get into your reading. Happy Labor Day and happy new moon in Virgo. I hope that you have a chance to plant and start new projects or new aspects of yourself and your life that you want to make come true. There's a Tower moment here. I have to get into specifics as to what that is. You have the Tower on deck and you have the Hermit on deck. That means that something life-changing is happening in this Virgo energy. And there's an intensity to it and quite a bit of shock to it. Does that mean that it has to be bad? No, but just the shock and the intensity of it is not going to be something that's easy to deal with. In fact, Libra, you may find that because of its Hermit energy, it's not just a timestamp, it's an indication of a mentality. So that Hermit energy is, I want to be by myself. You know, you may be forced to be by yourself, forced to be lonely. And you may be shocked by that because there's so much about you that wants to focus on partnership, and it may be shocking to your system. However, know this, Libra, that if this is what's happening to you, it is because it is divinely guided and you need to spend some time alone. And if something has happened, which the Tower does indicate, that kind of makes you want to be alone, then take the time and kind of appreciate how wonderful it is to be able to love on yourself and give yourself a sense of security. You know, I recently got a long-winded message from somebody who's just very pessimistic about why does everybody else get to be with somebody and I always end up alone. I'm tired of this self-work. Well, guess what? If that's your mentality, then you ain't doing any self-work. You know what I'm saying? You're skipping over it and you're expecting the good stuff to come to you. I don't think that that's your mentality. I just want to give you an example of why it's like, of what not to do when you find yourself in a position where you're sort of forced to be alone, or even like you want to be alone. It's a blessing. It's a blessing to have yourself and be able to flourish in your own space and not have to ask somebody's permission, not have to compromise with somebody on some shit. There's so many wonderful things about being alone. Being alone and being lonely are not the same things, right? And if you're asked to be alone, it's really just to think of Virgo energy. Cultivate that space. Cultivate your own garden. Take the weeds out of your own fucking garden, yo, so that shit can start to grow healthy and strong where you are. And then, yeah, it's not your milkshake that attracts the people to the yard. It's the garden that grows things that flourish and nurture, right? You can only give that to others when you've given it to yourself first. And so what I think from these cards is that something has made you want to be alone, or that something has shocked you. Could have been a betrayal, right? It could have been you found somebody with somebody else. I mean, look what the cards is. You know what I'm saying? Find out somebody is with somebody else, or people just prefer to be with other people no matter how much you tried to be their friend or you tried to be good to them. I hear what you're saying, and I feel what you're saying, and I'm here with you, right? We're both here sitting across from each other. I know I'm on video, but I ain't got nothing else going on today either. You know, I've got you guys. I've got my purpose in life. I've got a passion that I have turned into a business. All of these things are wonderful things. So even though maybe, well, what do I want, right? Think to yourself right now, what do I want? And why am I so unhappy with what I have? Is it because I'm only focused on what I want and I'll only be happy if I have that? Or am I just not being focused right now on all that I have? Like, think about all that I have. Just me naming a few things about sharing time with you, being able to build my business, being able to read cards, which I love, being able to analyze astrology, which I love. Like, all of those things I have fun with. So should misery be my choice here? No, it shouldn't be. And that's, I think, what the teachable moment is here right now. Even though some shit happened, you know what I'm saying, and people don't abandon your ass, and you know, Libra, you always want to be around people. And I get it, because I'm a Libra rising. We do. It's in our tendency to draw people together, right? To flourish when we're interacting with others, to learn through our experiences with others. Okay, but trust in the universe, because our spirit doesn't die just because our comfort zone does, right? And what else is there out there for me to learn about myself? I sympathize with, what the fuck is this tower? Let's get into that, huh? What is this tower? What is it? Oh, you saw somebody with somebody else, right? But I think the purpose was Three of Wands, to teach you something, number one, and get you looking in a different direction. Listen, I know, happy birthday, Doug Denny, from having faith and reading for as long as I have, that the universe knows more than I do. And when some shit happens, because I'm a 43-year-old woman, you know, I'm not sitting you a whippersnapper of in their 20s. I know from life experience, and plenty of you should know this too, that you don't always see who somebody is. You know, you meet their representative, but you don't necessarily meet who the fuck they are. But the universe knows. The universe knows what's in their soul. Universe sees what they want to hide. And I'm going to tell you something that you don't want to hear, but it's something that you do need to hear. If somebody has closed that door between you and somebody else, it's because they were helping you out. You know, God doesn't do things to make you cry. God does things to keep you from the most amount of tears. Okay? So go ahead and shed your tears and feel bad because your expectations got disappointed. But don't for 1 second go to the extreme of giving up faith that the universe has your back and always will. If that door was closed, keep that door closed. I can't tell you how much trouble I got into in my life because I done took a door was closed and I took a monkey wrench to that shit and I Jackie Chan that bitch open. I was like, no, this motherfucking door is opening. And I got a trash heap on the other side. You have got to have faith that the door is closed for a reason. Now listen, it may not permanently stay closed. Maybe it's closed right now because if the light gets on the object, it'll disappear. You know, something like that. Like, it ain't ready, right? It can't be in your time. It has to be in divine time. So please, 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 whatever you do, Libra, because I know there's hurt here. I know there's suffering. There's that going into your kind of shell that hurts, right? It could just be implied. Not implied. It could just be your interpretation of what's going on. So for right now, do what you got to do to ease your own pain, but do not let it cut into your faith because I can guarantee you the universe is still working in your favor. I can guarantee you. So then we have the Three of Wands. Check this out. This is, our ships are coming in. Our ships are coming in. And this is Hierophant. It is for real. Our ships are coming in the 3D. Some sort of industry, some sort of marriage. Could be marriage coming in on the horizon. Could be just needing to learn a little bit more about yourself or about each other. Hierophant is also about faith, but it's about, I don't know, could be some of you are looking toward religion a lot better, like a lot deeper, like religion is providing you a steadfast, a consistency that you needed right now. Maybe it's just in prayer or faith, you know, look to faith. Doesn't have to be a hardcore religion. Look to faith. And then we have, oh, Suki Suki, the Ten of Swords. And do you see how that came out? You saw how that came out, right? Right? We think everything is fucking falling apart. And we flip the fuck out. But then you learn something that kind of clears and clarifies everything for you. This Taurus energy. I don't know if you're dealing with a Taurus or you will be dealing with a Taurus, but it's almost like it's going to be okay, because that Ten of Swords is right here, Libra. And that Ten of Swords is in reverse. Now, if it was a Ten of Swords upright, I would have been like, okay, we're going to cry a little bit. But it's the Ten of Swords in reverse, which means everything is going to be okay. Like, you're recovering from this upset. You're recovering from this pain. You're recovering from this sadness. You're recovering from what you thought was a betrayal. See, I don't think it really was. I don't think it really was. What I think is that was the interpretation of you felt left out. You felt left alone. You felt left. But honestly, as you gather your faith back and you find yourself, that's not what's going to be happening. That's actually not what's happening. Okay, we're going to figure this out. Libra. Ooh. Happened in the past. Honor your inner knowing. Okay. What do you think really happened? This is the time to dig deep and really use your psychic energy right now. And think, well, what the fuck happened? Because it could be because of some past experience that you had, that you ultimately felt like everything was going wrong. But deep down, below that experience, forget about intuition, because intuition is actually based on 3D experiences. Science is actually working to prove intuition, right? We're talking about your psychic connections. Dig underneath. Psychically, what do you feel? Do you really not trust them? Do you really not believe in them? Do you really feel... What do you really feel? Because it's your psyche, and you can get all those other like feelings and ego out of the way. I think you can understand something. You know something is real. You know something is true. Then we have spring. See your seeds grow. That's the problem, because you didn't see your seeds grow. You haven't been seeing them grow. You haven't seen them sprout. And that's the difficulty right now. Is you haven't been, maybe things aren't just not working in your time. Right? It's like, I want to see them grow. It takes a season for seeds to grow. They got like spring. You gotta wait till next spring. Right? This is the fall. This is like harvest season of what you've planted from last year. We can get deeper into that card. Don't worry about it. Oh, Libra, just so that you know, I will be dividing this energy up into career, money, love before we go over into the extended. And look at what we got. Mending. Mending. Whatever's broken. Things are going to be okay. You have just been put, you know why you've just been put through the racket? To show you what you got to work on inside of yourself. To show you the kind of pain and suffering that you still have to heal from. If you're going to leap right to those damn conclusions, then what's going to happen? Why? Why are you leaping to those conclusions? This is all a lesson in knowing about you. Why did you just leap to those conclusions, Libra? Because you have pain. You have pain. And you have feelings of inadequacy. And just the expecting the worst. Chaos and conflict. Chaos and conflict. Inside. And maybe externally, right? But things are going to come back together relatively shortly, because this is all happening in real time. This is happening right now. So as soon as you think everything is falling apart, no sooner do you think everything is falling apart than things start to come back together again. And the reason why it happened to you wasn't because God's sitting up there on high being like, oh, let me fuck with Libra today because it'll be fun. No, that's not what's happening. What's happening is Libra still needs to understand some aspects of their character that are hurt, that need some actual care. Right? And yeah, that is where self-care comes in. We're in Virgo season. That is the lesson of Virgo season, to heal, to nurture, to cultivate, to make things healthy, right? So that we can reap a harvest from them. And these things that have come up recently, Libra, are things that you need to work on healing. It doesn't mean that you don't deserve love. It doesn't mean that love's not coming into you. It doesn't mean that success isn't coming into you. And it doesn't mean that money isn't coming into you. None of that. None of that is being stated. What is being stated is you have fear. You have fear, and it's from something that you suffered that did not happen in the past. And you really still haven't gotten over that yet. And I think it's because, you know, it taught you one of those bad fucking lessons. Those lessons of, well, I don't deserve love. Or that nobody can love me. Or I'm not good at this, right? I'm inadequate, right? In some way. But guess what? That's not the truth. Let's get into love, money, and career. Let's start with career. How do I want to go for Libra career? Your career is changing. There's a huge shift. You're closing one door and you're opening another. Any more for career? This could also mean you're stepping through the gate of prosperity, but we'll see what the next card out is. Nine of Cups. Yeah, you're stepping through abundance and prosperity. Holy bitch shit. Shit! Look at you thinking that your life is ruined. No. No. Your world is changing. Right? You're closing out one chapter. That's a world card. You close out one chapter. If you guys that want to learn tarot, world is you closing out one chapter. You're done. You're done. Especially with the failures and the surprises and the ups and the downs and the chaos and the craziness. You're freaking done. You're done. And you're opening a new chapter. And remember I just said, well, what is this new chapter going to hold? Well, this new chapter is going to hold, bam, the Nine of Cups, which is happiness, abundance, prosperity, joy, your wish is coming true. Bring it on in. Thank you very much. Yes, that door is open. 10 of Pentacles. Money. Money, honey, as well as being able to, sometimes 10 of Pentacles is being able to buy a house, finally, being able to purchase a house, being able to have financial, kind of just financial abundance, just having more than enough, you know. Not only is all your bills paid by the first week of every month, let me tell you, it may sound silly, but it fucking feels good, right? Right? But it's also that you're living in abundance, that you have more than enough. Right? I know. How much further do we need to go on career? We're going to go further. We're going to go deeper. But we're going the extended. Let me now get into love. Love for Libra. Ooh, okay. I'm curious. Oh, you're beginning a new love. You just walked away from an old situation, right? But maybe not. This is a card saying you better take this leap of faith because now's the time to do it. It's also saying you need to have faith in somebody. The Fool card is pretend like, because the Fool is like the new guy in the deck, right? He's 0. He's not even 1, right? It's like fresh start, completely fresh. In other words, you a fool. You're a fool in love. You're going to be a fool in love, like a kid. You're going to be able to, and that's probably why all this Tower stuff happened to you in terms of relationships. It was just this sense of like all that old shit is done. It's so done, it's not even on your mind. That it needed to clear out in order to give you this whole new lease on life, this whole new beginning, actual beginning, Libra. And then we have the Six of Swords. You can finally walk away from pain and suffering. And Six of Swords is mental fear, you know, mental sadness, stress, pain, worry. It's Six of Swords is being able to move away from all that, being able to move on from all the upset, all the disappointment, and all of the disappointment. Yeah. Okay, let's do one more. Oh, we have one more card for love. It came out. And then we have the Seven of Chalices. But you're confused. And maybe there are different options on the table. And we will definitely dig deeper into that over in the extended. You know, I don't know if you've been feeling this lately, Libra, but I've been feeling like it's not even romance love. It's like all love. Can I love everybody in my life? Like, can I love my child? And what if I start dating? And, you know, will I love my child as much? Or will I not be giving him? And he's 21 years old. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's almost like this worry, like, am I enough to love everybody in my life the way that I want to love them? Because now it seems like there's so many different people to love. Am I good enough for this? Yes. Yes. Moon card, something is hiding. and it landed on career. But I also think something is just coming out. Also, we're talking about love, though. This is something is hidden. Somebody wants you. Somebody wants you. It's going to take some time. The Temperance is here. You might have to wait. We're gonna solidify all of this, but it's almost like the Moon and then Sagittarius. It's like look at the bigger picture, because something is not right. You don't know everything that you think you know, and there's confusion there, and I think you're thinking about it too much. Things still have to be revealed to you, in other words, in terms of love. So there's no way you can know everything. So the reason why you're so frustrated in love is because you're trying to solve an equation when you don't have all the variables yet. Wait before you make any conclusions, because there's something else here, and you're upsetting yourself. As in, I'm not good enough. I can't solve this equation. You can't solve the equation. You don't have all the information for the equation yet. You gotta wait. I know. Let's go on to money. Money, honey. Money, honey. Oh, judgment has been passed. You're getting some money. You're getting some money. Oh, Scorpio, you're coming back to life in terms of money. Or there's judgment has been passed, because guess what? Maybe you took something to the extreme and you've been spending too much, but I think it's because you're coming back. You're being renewed financially. Have strength. Yeah, you had to have strength through some hard times, through some disappointments. There was some financial insecurities, even a financial ruin. With Scorpio energy on the table, it's like almost like it's like the gods were watching as you were financially ruined, and they're trying to see how you play, how all this plays out, how you handle not having money, or money not being as secure as it used to be, or there being some sort of heartache in terms of how do you handle money, because the Three of Swords is a big disappointment, a big loss, right? But how do you handle it? This is almost like karmic judgment here. Let's go into the extended, because I want to get deeper into this. I hope that you'll come with me. Thank you so much for enjoying this video. Please remember to like the video and share it on your social media platforms. And if you want more, including daily lives, come to my Instagram feed, born_without_boundaries. You can find the link to the extended below. Guys, I'll see you there.